Okay, let's get into it. I am doing another writing vlog. I'm feeling awake, I'm feeling alive, it's way too early, and I'm just gonna get this writing vlog underway because I feel like I'm definitely in the mood to write, and I haven't been writing a lot lately. School got back in session, so I kind of had to really focus on that, but now I'm feeling it. It's the weekend. I'm just gonna go for it full throttle. I know right now I seem very low energy, but that is because I haven't had any caffeine yet. I'm gonna go with tea today. I don't really want to feel jittery. I just kind of want to relax into what is an already energized mood. So yeah, having tea, gonna go ahead and get some breakfast, probably something light like a shake. I'll probably make myself a protein shake, and then I'm just gonna like speed on into this. If you haven't watched my first video, I'll go ahead and put it up above. Essentially, I have written books in the past. I don't have anything published. I'm still working on that. I'm working on editing the first book in a trilogy that I completed. Right now, I'm focusing on what is a prequel that doesn't currently have a name. The trilogy, if I refer to it, will be Solstice, Project Solstice, Solstice, whatever. This one doesn't have a name yet. I'm hoping in this vlog I can name this project so I kind of have a little bit an easier time directing you to it. As of right now, I don't feel like I know the story well enough to name it. Right now, it's this vlog's main project. If you didn't watch my first video, just to give you a small recap, I am writing a new book. It is a prequel within the same world, but is not following the same characters. There is small crossovers, but essentially I'd like this to either be a standalone or a duology. I'm leaving the opening for it to be a duology because I can see the beginning, middle, and end, but I don't know how long it's going to take to get there or if I will have something happen along the way. I have it very loosely outlined. I tried a different outlining process and it worked really well for me and just getting the idea down, but now I need to put the idea down along with the emotions and all the other stuff. In the first vlog, I'm kind of going by story structure, so I established the status quo. Sorry. Debates are happening in Japan right now. They're getting ready to have an election. A lot of cars that are just like yelling different election things that I can't vote here, so it's just annoying. It doesn't do anything for me. Go out and vote if you can vote, but I can't. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I set up the status quo. I did the disruption. It kind of took a longer amount of time than I thought, and it made me realize that when doing the second quarter of this book, which is what I would like to focus this vlog on, I'm going to do the first half of the second quarter. I hope that doesn't sound as confusing as it felt when it came out of my mouth. Essentially, we have the first quarter, the second quarter, which I have split into two. I'm following Ellen Brock's advice on that one. She has a really nice layout for that. I will go ahead and link her channel down below in case you want to check her out. And then after the second quarter, you have fourth quarter, so essentially it's third quarter and fourth quarter, but the second quarter is just split into two, so did I mention that I haven't had caffeine yet? Okay, let's go ahead and caffeinate. I'm gonna go make my shake, drink my tea, and then we're going to get started on writing the beginning of the first half of the second quarter. Please stay with me. Also wanted to add my word count. I figured this would be an interesting thing to just kind of keep track of. I'm not an overwriter. I try not to in the first draft, like my trash draft, my zero draft, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a certain goal set for my word count because I'm actually an underwriter. I tend to not add enough visual details on the first go around. I kind of focus a little bit more on what's happening with the characters and the characters' motivations. I'm very character driven, and a lot of my description, both emotional description as well as like world descriptions, kind of come in the second draft is what I've learned. As of right now, I'm just focused on like just getting my words down, getting the idea across. My outline was very sparse. It was pretty much bullet points. So now I'm filling in those bullet points with my story. And then the second draft is where like more comes in. That one might be a warning. I don't know what you're warning me about. As living in a foreign country is sometimes a little hard. Right now, the Solstice Project and the first book of the Solstice Project that I'm working on is overwritten because it was underwritten before, and I just kind of went ham on the third draft, which is now being brought back down, but with the correct details that need to be in there. First time around, definitely I just kind of get the ideas out there and it's underwritten, and then I mash all of the details in that I want, and then we extract the details that are no longer important, and I get little deleted scenes for myself. So that's kind of how that works for me, but I do want to kind of keep track of my word count to just see what I naturally do, how many words I usually put on a page. Like if I'm in a really good writing space, which right now I feel like I am, I'll go ahead and keep track of that with you guys. Right now, I'm at, in this draft of this book, so what I wrote in all of the last vlog was a total of 7,335 words. That seems about right to me for where I'm at in the story. We'll go ahead and see where I end up at the end of this like little writing jaunt I'm feeling. It's really beautiful outside. I haven't decided if that's distracting or not yet. Check back in with you later. Now sitting at 9,245 words. I don't remember what the first word count was, but I've been writing for quite a while, like all morning, so I think that that's substantial. I'll look back later on, but I mean, no matter what, it feels substantial for me. If I had written 500 words and I had gotten a scene across that I really wanted to get across, or if I was in a rut and then just started writing and I only wrote like 50 words, it would be substantial. For me, it feels substantial in context of being like, I had a writing morning and I felt like I wrote things. What I'm working on right now within this first half of the second quarter, there's gotta be an easier way of saying that. I guess we could just call it the second quarter and then the next vlog will also be the second quarter, but that's just like not how my brain works. What I've been kind of working on has been mostly introducing lots of new cast members. This is kind of like where the bulk of my cast is being introduced. There was a major setting change because it's new for my character. Character establishment, setting establishment. There's larger world already kind of established. So now we're just kind of micro focusing on where she is. I still haven't even finished my tea because I was just like going. I feel pretty good about that. I think I'm gonna take a break and then I'll either pick up writing later tonight or tomorrow. Hi, it's definitely the next day. It's also pretty early in the morning, so I'm not in my office living room area because it's actually conjoined to the bedroom. It's like so early that I just can't. I would feel truly guilty if I woke anyone up at this hour if they did not want to be up at this hour. So I'm in the kitchen on the floor. I didn't write any more yesterday. I have just been waking up earlier and earlier. My work schedule just kind of has put me on this schedule. Even if I go to bed late, I still wake up early. Today is a little earlier than normal. That's okay. I actually ended up reading most of yesterday. I have quite a TBR I'm getting through right now. I'm reading Getting the Ninth for my promise book and I am freaking obsessed. I am obsessed with Getting the Ninth. I don't think my book will be anything like that book, but that book is wild. I'm like so excited by the idea that people can make things like Gideon the Ninth exist. It invigorates me in a totally different writing way. My writing style is nothing like that. Damn, do I kind of wish it was. This is coffee, by the way. I'm not drinking tea this morning, I need coffee. But today, I just kind of want to make it a writing day. I saw that I had some edits from the Solstice project from Yumi, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that. That'll kind of determine if I'm working on my main project today or if I'm working on Solstice edits. If I'm feeling a lot of creative juice and there's something to do with Solstice, Solstice. Solstice still is my main priority. This is a side project I'm working on to keep my mind engaged with the universe and world, as well as just like diving into these other characters, exploring other motives they may have. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing and I really like the characters that I'm writing about right now, but because Solstice is getting edits, and I still want to put creative focus on that if there is need. Sometimes you need to set down your work and just put it off to the side. Yumi's edits kind of like push me to use creativity in other ways. I don't want to waste that on like a side project if I can use it on my main project. So I'm gonna go look at my edits now and then I'll get back to you on that. I'm still at the same page count with this project. I guess I can also update you on what my Solstice project is at, because whatever that word count is supposed to be going down. I don't have an exact goal because I don't know if I'm doing traditional publishing or not. I would have to cut quite a bit that I don't necessarily want cut if I go that route. Undecided there. I do still want it to be the crisp, clean book that I want it to be. Okay, I think I updated you last at 5:30 a.m. I took some other clips, but I think those are for other vlogs, so sorry. Yes, I had edits I needed to do on Project Solstice, so I have been working on that pretty much all day. I don't know exactly what time it is. I guess I could look at the time. Like, that's not beyond me. It's 4 p.m. Quite a bit of time has passed. There were lots of edits that I needed to do and I could do and I wanted to do, so I kind of really just geared in and did that. I swear I like had lunch, breathed. Let's see, what else did I do? I read some more Gideon the Ninth. I have had somewhat of a day, but it's been mostly dedicated to this and I just haven't really picked up my camera a lot. Word count. My word count at the beginning of the day for Project Solstice was 137,584. Now I'm sitting at 136,432, which is a large chunk taken away. I was able to actually delete an entire scene, so I have another deleted scene added to the pile. Really liked the scene, didn't add anything to move the plot forward, and the information was kind of given elsewhere, so it really was just extra. I did enjoy the scene, I liked the scene, I still have the scene, I can read the scene, but you don't need the scene, so you're not getting the scene. And then there was a really big shift. It was brought up to me that if I shifted a few of the chapters around timeline-wise, everything kind of might click together a little better, and it did. So I've been doing that all day, where I very painstakingly took certain scenes and rearranged them so that they were in a different timeline sequence but still made sense with the story. And I think that it actually moves the characters forward, and before it wasn't moving the characters forward. I love stuff like that, when I can literally take chunks of like reality and then shift them into another part of reality. I'm like, oh my god. No, like literally god. Like writing is so much fun. It's fun. World building and plot structure. It's just a giant social experiment and I am absolutely loving it. And I might seem more high energy because I'm working on Solstice, and that is simply because I really know this book well, and I'm kind of, unless I'm doing edits, I don't get to really dip into the story right now. I was really excited to just cheat in my break from the book because I got to do those edit shifts and I got to watch the characters grow in a completely different way. And I got to lose some words that I didn't need. I have all of my deleted scenes, like if it's a full scene that I'm just taking out, just because I still see it as part of my canon. It's not on page, but it's behind the page. So I don't know if that's something you like, but it's something I like. I love deleted scenes. Like, I love when authors have on their website a list of deleted scenes. I know that that can be super vulnerable and terrifying to do, but I think it's really fun. What do you think? Now that I've done that, I have been thinking about this project. I started looking at my notes and I started highlighting things and I started looking at my outline, and I am mad. I'm thinking of possibly changing the sequence. I'm also a little bit inspired by Vicious. Not Vengeful, did not care for Vengeful, but Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I really liked the timeline jumps and the fact that it added something, it added tension to the story. I don't think I'm gonna go ham quite to like Schwab status of timeline differences, but I think I can really get some of my background of my character across in a really fun way, an interesting way, instead of just like going through her original story and then going through the story I want to tell, or starting right at the story I want to tell and somehow like putting bits and pieces of what I think is a really important story in. I kind of want to mess a little bit with the timeline, so like a now then type of situation. I've never done anything like that. I don't know if I'll do it well the first time, but the only way I can see if it works is if I try it. If it doesn't work, I can just change the draft. That's the beauty of a zero draft. There were different things that I had to maneuver in order to keep the plot ticking, and I think having a little bit of an out of sequence moment to up that tension will help. It might hurt. It might might suck, but that's okay, because this is, again, a trash draft. I might go outside because it's beautiful outside. It might get some more creativity going. I've been also in this room for quite some time. I was kind of like a raccoon in the kitchen where I would just grab treats and come back and eat them. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline a little bit more of this, and we'll see what we end up with. Feeling pretty good about what I just got down. So I'm using flashbacks. I think I should have used the word flashbacks earlier on when I was talking about this, but I hadn't quite figured out exactly what I was doing. Now I know, like, I'm definitely doing a flashback sequence type thing. Chapter 1, this, chapter 2, that, chapter 3, this, chapter 4, that, until I lead up to the moment that I would call it the first twist, but also it sets up what would have been the past's inciting incident. It makes it also the future's inciting incident because we're going into a situation that was directly caused by the original story's inciting incident was. The repercussions of the original inciting incident is now what the inciting incident leads into for the current story that I'm telling. I really kind of felt like I was telling two different stories, and one was really interesting and the other one was interesting but too brief to be a story. I have one story to tell and I think it's really important, and I was kind of getting bogged down by this girl's past. I want to mess with flashback anyway. Like, this is a good way to really practice flashbacks and to kind of hone it so that if I want to use it more so in my current series, I can. This might work really well for this book because there's so much trauma. I think that it'll lend well to having moments slowly unveiled for this character because she's not constantly thinking about all of these things that are deeply impacting her and that you would need to know about as the reader. So writing outside was really nice. Just getting out was really nice. I think I spent too much time inside today, to be perfectly honest. It felt really good writing-wise. I guess my word count is still the same. My notebook word count is gonna be way higher, and then we'll see what we end up doing. I think I just need to get out for a little bit. I can't write at a cafe, unfortunately, because my laptop is crap and has to be hooked up to an HDMI monitor, but I can read at a cafe. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and go read more Legends and Lattes. I have a cool cafe I really wanna go to. It's getting a little windy, so I'm gonna go ahead and and then just kind of game plan from there. Okay, yes, no, I have not gone anywhere yet. I'm still just at home. The cafe I wanted to go to today was closed, but it's open tomorrow. New change of plans. I think that this is the entire vlog of changing plans, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to stay in for tonight, put down what I have in my notebook into my computer. It'll mostly not be really word count. It'll just be kind of adding to my outline so that I have everything that's in this notebook on my outline because I'm still referencing my outline. So I kind of want to plug that in to see how that works with my story structure because I'm still following the 3x structure where the second act is broken up into 2, but because there's flashbacks, I really want to identify what these moments are in the story structure so that I can really follow this formula to see if it works for me. I guess I will probably update you tomorrow unless I have tacos because who doesn't want to see a good taco? It's been weeks. Not even just my updates since I've done anything writing wise. Spring is super busy in Japan. It's the beginning of the school year, so it's just been a lot of going and then collapsing. But, and I promise I am going to write, I did just get a pile of books. For some, this might be a small pile. For others, it might be mighty. I fall into the latter. It's mighty for me because I can't buy books unless I love them because it's too expensive. I know that this is a writing vlog, but I love books and I'm writing a book, so it still kind of works content-wise. I'm tired, but the things are gonna happen. I'm gonna open these, eat dinner, and then write. Okay, I'm in a cozier position. I have my pile of books. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes to open here. These are from Book Depository. Book Depository closed, and I already having a terrible time. I was super bummed because Book Depository was one of the only places that had affordable books for me in my area. There are other places you can get books, but in Japan, English books they're hard to come by and they're expensive, so this was somewhat affordable for me. I have some other options that I'm looking into, but that was as unsatisfying as it looked. Yes! It's backwards for you, but it was forwards for me. This is Harrow the Ninth. This is the sequel to Gideon the Ninth. I talk extensively in my wrap-up about Gideon the Ninth. Oh, it's beautiful. God, I love books. Please let this... Yeah! Okay. We have Gideon the Ninth. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look at these bad bitches chilling out together forever. That's an in-joke, and it's really an upsetting one if you think about it too much. My God. Gideon in the flesh. I don't remember everything I ordered because I was so frantic when I was buying these because Book Depository was closing that I just I don't remember exactly what all of these are. That was not as satisfying as the last time, but still okay. I was trying to have it so you could see them first, but I don't know which side was the front. Oh, yes! Okay, upside down, but at least you got to see it first. In an Absent Dream by Seanan McGuire. This is not the first installment in the Wayward Children series, but in my recommendation video of the Wayward Children series, I actually do recommend this as the starting point. If you watch the video, it all makes sense. It was also my absolute favorite in the series thus far. I'm going to be slowly collecting these so that I can read them in the order that I wanted, and I had already read them all. So yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. She is an expensive girl for how little she is. Next, please. It was okay. The color, yes! Upside down again. That's right, I bought Bunny. Okay, I am mildly obsessed with this book. I thought it was disturbing. I will be rereading it. I want to highlight, annotate it. It's floppy too. That's fantastic. I think I talked about this book in my stats video as being one of my surprise books, so I'll link that up there so that I can keep going. And last one. Last one. This one's kind of... Oh, I've completely failed at opening these. This is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which in my wrap-up, I only call Addie LaRue. I guess we're that close. We're on the first name basis where the entire title doesn't matter. This is also the illustrated special edition. I saw this on sale on Book Depository and I lost my mind because I had just finished this book and I was in love with it. I wanted the illustrated edition because this does have beautiful conversations and talks of art. Foiling. This is just lovely. We have a little silver ribbon, the end pages. Ooh. As far as the illustrations go, I don't know. Oh, they have full color illustrations. Let me see if I can find something that's not a spoiler. Black and white illustrations, and we have full color illustrations. This is literally my writing vlog where I write and try and publish a book. When I publish a book, I would love to have an edition like this. I would maybe even go out of my way to just do it for myself where it wouldn't be mass produced. It would just be for me, where I had illustrations throughout my book. I love when author websites have illustrations of the different characters and things like that, but having it physically in the book, it's that same feeling you get with seeing a map at the beginning of the book, but then it's just all the way through and it's the characters, it's the moments, it's things you just want to see. Oh my God. Yes, that's fantastic. Where'd the cover go? Okay, so that is my haul. Probably could have styled this better, but it's a writing vlog, so back to actual writing. I'll be actually writing a lot this weekend. I've actually been antsy to write. It wasn't from lack of want, it was from lack of time. I'm gonna go eat and then I'm gonna do some work stuff. I'm doing some writing sprints with Yumi on my channel to kind of jumpstart me in my Saturday. So 6 a.m. on Saturday, I am writing and I don't know for how long. It's just what I need to kind of get back into this because I don't remember even where I am in my writing right now, revisions and writing wise. Thanks for bearing with me. I know it's been 10 seconds for you, but it's been 2 weeks for me. Dinner, and then I'll check back in with you on Saturday. I just did sprints for 4 hours and it was so productive. I got through a major introduction of characters. I will put the amount of words I did because I said them in the live show, but I don't actually have a registered amount that I did. So I'll put the word count there, but I feel like it was really productive. Even if the number is not higher than some of the other numbers, the quality and the progress of what I was writing was really good. And I was writing about a character that's in the Solstice book that I absolutely adore. He is one of my key characters that while he doesn't play a major starring role in the Solstice project, he is a really important and lovely cinnamon roll of a character that is actually really important in the prequel. A lot of his choices are catalysts for what happens in the main trilogy. Yeah, I was just really excited to like describe him again, think about him as a younger person, what he was like, what he would be like, how did he come to be who he is and who I love in the other books. And it actually came really naturally. I felt like I knew and I was just writing it down, which is so fun and nice. I really, really enjoyed this writing session, and it was like 4 hours long. There was lots of talking in between, but it was productive every single time we were being productive. Just all good stuff. I was trying to think of what I had to do for the rest of the day and tomorrow, and I realized not much. I have to do some editing for a video that's coming out on Monday or Tuesday, so I might write more. I just do spurts like this. I don't want to say that this weekend is when I finish the second act, but I could see getting there. The amount of stuff I just accomplished makes me feel like I can do anything, and realistically that's probably not true, but we're gonna get freaking close. We're gonna get really darn close. I will check back in with you later, but yeah, this was good. This felt good. Alright, I think I found a stopping point for the day. So this is where I'm at now word count wise. 1,259 words. With the accumulation of all that I did sprint wise this morning, it's kind of afternoon now. I went and did groceries and a couple other little this and that things, but I feel like I got a tremendous amount of writing done today. I want to end the writing day here just so that I'm not burnt out by the time I get to tomorrow, because I really don't have much to do tomorrow. I kind of set myself up almost in a cliffhanger way, an incentive to continue tomorrow. So I'm kind of hoping I just wake up antsy and ready to go. Final morning of this vlog. I have been writing pretty much all morning. I didn't really check in because I did have kind of the writing bug and I just wanted to get going. I didn't want to distract myself, worry really about what I look like or anything like that. I just wanted to get going. And I did. I got going. I'm going. I have written about 800 words, it looks like, this morning. Let me write that down. I'm really still getting to know these characters and how I want to portray them, but I am kind of understanding where they're going, what their motivations are in moving things forward, and I'm really having an understanding of my main character. I know her, but I feel like I know her right now, which is really great because I kind of just understood her flaw and how I'm going to show her misunderstanding her own flaw, because I want her to feel like she has had a eureka moment, moves forward, but it's actually just moving the plot forward and moving her in the wrong direction of fixing her flaw. That felt really good. It felt really natural and it moved with the plot really well. Also made characters react how I was hoping they would. My sweet altruistic sunshine cinnamon boy did exactly what he was supposed to in stepping in and making everything worse by being kind. My shit character, who's actually our antagonist, did exactly what he was supposed to do, and that was be a shit character and secretly an antagonist. Feeling good about that. I'm reaching what I guess is described as like the midpoint. That seems really fast because, again, underwriting, it's just gonna come off that way. I also have several notes, areas where where I'd like to write more, where I want more information myself, but I don't want to stop the flow of my writing. So I literally just highlight it in a color. My highlighting color for like wanting more information is green. I can't show you my screen because it'll like show you too much. But the point is that I'll highlight an area where I'm like, ooh, I really want to know more about that. So I'm almost editing as I go in a way, but it's really just in my rewrite after my zero draft, actually putting that information in, especially when I have a broader scope of everything I want to portray, because I can also use those moments for foreshadowing and things like that. I'm feeling like probably overly confident because I know that this writing is crap, but I'm feeling like at least it's crap that's going in the right. I'll be right back. That's my doorbell. Oh, yes, I knew it. When I was doing that haul that I was missing a book. I was like, I swear I ordered another one. I was so distracted by Gideon. Didn't realize what I was missing. That was an insane mistake. It's like super messed up on the side. I hope the book is okay. I'm kind of terrified. This is my last of the book depositories. I know exactly what this is. The thickness of this box is giving me all of the clues and indications I need. And we're gonna go ahead and open her up. Ooh, you're gonna probably get the back. No, you're getting the front upside down as per usual. Oh, we have Babel. Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm a little nervous right now though, because like look at this box. It like just blew, like this just fell off. Can you tell Book Depository was closing and this was like the end of their inventory? Oh my god. I don't know if you can see this. It's the smallest amount of damage at the top. Oof. Don't be heartbroken. I'm a little, oh, look at that. Look what happened to the cover. Oh, I'm sad. But I'm also happy because I have a copy of Babel. It obviously suffered a bit of water damage on the trip here. It's one of those things where I know I should be more upset, but I'm like so happy to have a physical copy of this book that I kind of don't care. And I did get it for a good price. The last book I'll probably get for a good price for some time now. So I'm just gonna let it go. I'm rolling with it. I'm also in kind of a zen mode because of the part I am at in this book. Brief distraction. Really happy for this. I think I was in the middle of saying I was gonna have a stopping point, but I actually just kind of want to keep going. Turning on the camera, trying to talk to you guys, and then also getting this package. These all feel like distractions to me. I just want to get back on board. It's Sunday. I have work tomorrow. I want to be in this. Baby, you poor baby. Let's finish the first half of the second quarter. My eyes are tired. I don't even know how long it's been. I know it's been hours. I just don't know how many hours. Gonna go ahead and stick some glasses on. I don't want to stop. My body is failing me, but my mind is clear. Actually, it's probably not. It feels creatively functioning, so my friend got me this mug as well. It's the same friend, Tokidoki Pottery, who made my axolotl mug. When you finish your coffee, at the bottom it says yo with a smiley face. I love her. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more coffee. I want to get at least one more yo's worth of writing done. We're out of creamer, so I'm using almond milk, which might be sad to some people, but it is to me too, so me too. Adding cinnamon is the best thing you could ever do to your coffee. Fun fact. This is a mediocre coffee. Let's go. Hold on. I've been writing for so long. Okay. It has been, I'm sorry, I have zero connection to time. Time and me, we don't actually know each other. We're friends of friends. Through 2 degrees of separation is how I tell time. I finished. Okay, we should start there. I've finished what I wanted to write in this vlog, which was getting through the first half of the second quarter. I have added new characters. I have shown my main character's flaw as well as her stumbling through it and it creating tension. We have something happen, a small devastation, I don't know what to call it. Something has happened at the midpoint, as well as a flaw or misunderstanding has been put together. My notes make absolutely no sense to a functioning mind. Between yesterday and today, this is ridiculous. You are ridiculous. I'm talking to myself. You're fine. You're not ridiculous. Today, I wrote 2,450 words. I got to the section I wanted to. I'm stopping right there. It puts my word count, my total cumulative word count, at 14,896, which is not half bad for me because underwriting just leads to a smaller draft. It does. I know that there's areas that are going to need some work. I know that there are areas where, like right now, I'm playing with timelines, things can change, but that feels good to me for a stopping point. Not in the whole book, but for right now, I just got edits back on Project Solstice. Yumi is about to finish the book and her edits and feedback. I really want to have a conversation with her, take that feedback in, and I want to dive back into Solstice. I could feel it in this vlog. My focus started to shift around the midpoint of this vlog. I need to shift my focus back. This is a good stopping point where I have a solid foundation of where my character is going, what's happening in the story. I have my outline. I have my highlights, which makes sense to me. I'm going to be setting this project aside for the next couple of vlogs. That doesn't mean I won't work on it every now and then. I'm just gonna call it Project Prequel because it is a prequel. I think I've been just referring to it as a prequel anyway, so Project Prequel. This video has reached the midpoint, which was my goal, and I'm really, really happy about it. Now I'm really gonna be focusing in on Project Solstice because she needs a lot of work and a lot of attention. She's the one I want to put out into the world to kind of jumpstart putting all of this out into the world. I'm going to be doing some big edits, some really large revisions. I want to get it done so that it's ready for alpha readers, and then almost immediately after I get my alpha reader feedback, I would like to start the process of beta reading, which is really kind of scary to me, but I just need to keep going. The first couple drafts of Solstice, I didn't really have any urgency because it was so far from done that I didn't really need to look at a finish line. I can see in the really far off distance a finish line with Solstice. That terrifies me and also is propelling me forward. The next couple of vlogs you'll see will probably be more focused on Solstice, or possibly some behind the scenes of maybe a website, beta readers, I don't know, kind of those housekeeping things that just come with the territory of deciding you want your work out into the world. I'm really happy that I was able to get to this point before shifting over to Solstice though. It makes it feel like it's not an unfinished project, but a project in the works. It's a work in progress, which feels really nice. It doesn't just feel like a beginning. Let me know how you are doing with your writing. Do you find word counts useful? Do you find goals useful, outlines, or are you more of a pantser, a plotter? What are you? Let me know what you are. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. I'll see you when I see you, but I hope that it's soon, and either way, I hope you are enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye!